After this I looked, and there in heaven a door stood open. Studying theology can often feel like when one begins to dip their toes into philosophy. Complicated words with far too many syllables are thrown around, and they only ever describe either something everyone already knows, or something far too ridiculous for any sensible person to conceive of themselves. Today's $5 theological terms are apophatic and its opposite, cataphatic. To boil them down to their absolute basics, apophatic theology suggests that God and humans are so wildly different that we cannot actually know anything for certain about God. Cataphatic is far more optimistic and describes God in terms of what God is, as opposed to the apophatic way which describes what God is not. It is fair to say that natural revelation, that is, what God tells us about himself in the material universe, teaches some basic truths. God exists and is all-powerful, he loves us, and he deserves our worship. Anything more than this, we need to look at what God reveals about himself in Scripture. Anything not covered in Scripture, God has decided we do not need to know. Perhaps we will learn more in the next life, but since God is infinite, the study of God will take an infinity anyway. Considering what little but sufficient information God teaches through natural revelation, we can consider it a magnificent honor for God to decide to reveal even more to us through Scripture. Greater even still is the revelation of God in the person and work of Jesus Christ. This God, seated on the throne, who lives forever and ever, surrounded by the heavenly host in unceasing worship, condescended to come and pitch his tent among us. His greatest attribute, attested to by the heavenly host, is his holiness, holy, holy, holy. Leaving this place of perfect holiness and dwelling with us, he showed nothing but love in all its various manifestations, culminating in taking the punishment we deserve when he was nailed to the cross. We care for such little things in comparison. Our small minds are filled with small things, like the plant that grows and dies within one orbit of the earth around the sun. God has revealed that he cares for sinners, people who don't know their right hand from their left, and even their animals. The eternal soul of every human is uppermost in God's mind when he considers the state of his creation. This wonderful, powerful, loving God has opened the door just for you. Step inside, friend, and sit and eat.